SHANNON JACKSON.
Ready whenever you are, Chelsea.
Okay. So we'll start with Shannon and these, and we'll go to you for like the history and why you started this.
I
And
think you should start with me.
you want to start with you?
Yes.
Okay.
Start with me.
Well,
We don't have you mic'd up yet, so we got to get you mic'd up.
Oh, oh, he's already mic'd up.
Yeah.
No, I want to get it over with. I want to talk about it, and then I want to leave.
I thought you wanted to hang out with me.
It's big enough. No, we'll just. So, really, the young lady.
Yes.
So what are you gonna do?
Well, I was here just in case he needed me or anyone needed
Oh,
me.
okay.
Chelsea's a little more prepared than sometimes what we walk into, so she gets a little pat on the back today. There's really no need for me.
We always need you.
I try to make it as easy as possible for you guys.
We like that. I've never joined one of these before.
Oh.
I didn't know that you were so buttoned up and ready to go.
I didn't know that others weren't.
yeah. That's why she is here, just in case it wasn't
I could
you.
just, I think I'll just sit down.
Alright, slide that up your shirt and then clip that onto your collar.
I even brought the sheets and
Yeah.
I went outside. It feels pretty good outside, sir. The
Like,
weather is good.
I haven't been out
I mean, it's way different than yesterday. So hopefully I have a little energy at practice today. But it feels pretty good. I was like, hey, this,
It didn't feel hot to me.
oh, coach, I was sweating. I mean, I was, whew. Oh, I was struggling. I ain't gonna lie.
What's your coach?
Football at Terre Haute South.
Okay.
Yeah.
It didn't feel. I mean, I didn't feel
Should be
anything.
starting up that podcast here soon again.
You got a podcast?
Yeah, the Grant goes on tour or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Goes to
Yep.
different schools.
He does.
We're
Yep.
about to start that again.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Now I haven't been at Terre Haute South as long as Coach Burke's been there, but I've been there for a couple of years.
Yeah. This thing is kind of interesting. When I do it this way,
Yeah, so go.
it hides the mic.
Yeah, but it might touch your fabric, so if you can, just clip it up here.
Up there. Can I do that?
Yeah, you verify. Just
Yeah. Go ahead.
pull that all the way past that button. So keep it inside and then go past the button.
There you go. Hey, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to talk. I'm not going to listen to those questions. I'm going to just talk. Then you can ask him the questions.
That's fine.
Because then, if I take all the questions, you got to come up with more.
Well, I had different questions in my head for you. But,
Did you?
But yeah, you just talk.
All right, so I'm gonna have you say and spell your first and last name for me, so I can get a mic check on you.
My name is Melvin L. Burks, MELVIN-L-B-U-R-K-S. I am the president and CEO of Hamilton Center Incorporated.
And do you want him to look at me or to look at the camera?
Look at you. Camera doesn't exist.
That's I really prefer looking at her.
Yeah. Okay.
You got your legs crossed?
I do have my legs crossed.
Okay.
Is that okay? You want me to uncross them?
No. You just look so relaxed. You let me know when you want to go. You may want to ask me one or two of those
Yeah.
questions.
I'll get started. You ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right. So this is 10 years of the diversity walk.
I love it.
So what does that mean to you? 10 years of investing in diversity in this community.
I tell you what, living in this community for as long as I've have, coming from a city like Hammond, Gary, and Southside Chicago, Terre Haute is much different than those particular culture. So when I was asked by Mr. Norm Lowry Sr., the president and CEO of the bank, to head up a team, be the captain of the team, And I told him I would, and the name of that team was Diversity. And so in doing so, he wanted me to make sure that I have passion. And he said, I know you have passion, but I want you to demonstrate it. And I did. And then we came up with a diversity walk. Through our discussion, he and I, we came up with a diversity walk. And we had a team of individuals meeting, putting together a diversity walk. And we did do that. And at the beginning, having that diversity walk, communicating with the Wabash Valley, and we set a date for the walk to take place. The walk was set on a Saturday, and when we showed up, it ended up being 300 people who walked. It was the first walk, 300, and you know, I wasn't disappointed in that because we had 300 people. But you know, would I prefer that it be larger and bigger? Absolutely. But we went back to the drawing board after the walk, and then the second diversity walk. It was, of course, it started on corner of 7th and Wabash. And that 300 went to 700. So we had 700 walkers, and individuals was happy to be there. And they come from different places. But I want to get to I want to get to like the 5th diversity walk. The 5th diversity walk here in Terre Haute, it was about probably like 5,000 people. 5,000 people, and they came from different countries, all over in terms of the state of Indiana and bordering states. And I felt good about that because individuals were beginning to reach out about diversity in our community. And even though we had some naysayers, we still stayed focused, and we still continued to, the walk eventually end up to be like 7,000 people. Now just think about that, 7,000 people. And then we ran into COVID. We invented Diversity on Wheels, and I thought that was good. And even though it didn't yield as many individuals as we did on the walk. So after COVID, we started building back up. And I think what I want to say about our community, I always want our community to reach out to make people feel good regardless of who they are and where they come from. And we got some work still to be done, but I think that we're getting there. I think individuals are seeing a difference. They want to be out. They want to be inclusive. We want to give people the opportunity to realize that it is different. Because one thing that the community has been trying to do is get those individuals of color to stay. They'll come and work, but they'll go back to Indy or go to Bloomington. And so what we're trying to do is letting the individual know that with this program, we're going to be able to do a lot of things that's going to embrace everyone.
So why is it important to celebrate diversity?
I think in terms of, we always never can say that we've done enough. Because there's always something that's going to change. Change is always going to happen. I mean, given the climate, what's going on in the country, from the federal government, all that stuff like that, what we want to do is indicate to the individual, continue to do whatever we need to do for diversity because it's going to benefit our community. Because believe it or not, when you have a diverse community, you have a very charged up community. And that's what we want to, it's important to have diversity.
Right. Is there
Yeah, but I can't tell you.
You can tell me later.
No, I can tell you. I can tell you later. But no, in terms of dealing, I do want to say this. I have stepped back from leading the committee on diversity, and I've turned that over to Mr. Shannon Jackson. And I think that Mr. Jackson, over the 2 or 3 years that he's been doing that, he has come a long way. And I say this to you, if there's anyone who believe that diversity is not as important, please give them my number. Please give them my address. Please come talk to me, because it's very important. And I don't care whether you're Caucasian, African American, Indian, it doesn't matter. If you believe that it's not important, come talk to me. And I can give you some real experience, lifelong experience things of why it is important.
Anything else?
No. In terms of, you don't have to have my face on the bill. I always like to thank the news media, because they were always there. They're always there, coming support Hamilton Center, whether it's diversity, whether it's in terms of the kickoff, whether it's the We Live. The news media is always there. And that right there helps other individuals who are not able to get out of their household to hear and listen to this. It's very important. Now, I said it, young lady.
Fiscal department, they got these things that they magnet onto the lights that are like outdoor scenes or something. So because they've got a lot of like windows or offices in there that don't have any windows, and so they have to have the overhead lights on. And it's so like bright with those fluorescent lights that they have
Yep.
these like screens over them that have these like, I don't know, outdoor. Have you seen them?
I've seen them. I just start shaking my head when I see them. They're like,
They seem to like them in there though.
Yeah.
They're kind of cool.
it's different.
Yeah, I don't ever turn on my lights because the sun shines in, but
Me neither. I got a lamp that I use.
yeah.
I want to get a lamp. I think that would make it
Yes.
feel warmer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I have like recessed can lights, and there's a ton of them in
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, you need a lamp. And an electric blanket.
Well, now I
Electric blanket.
I also have these really cozy chairs in my office.
Well,
People like to just come hang out and sit.
I understand, for sure.
All right.
Ready whenever you are.
You ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Okay.
This will be short and sweet though, but yes. No, like,
Information across.
well, when I was in college playing ball, the sports information director said, hey, just short answers. You don't want to
Listen,
get.
I know. Sometimes he's kind of a little. You got to pry a little bit more out of him. He's not quite like Mr. Briggs. All right. So tell me about the diversity walk. Why is it important to participate?
Well, this year it'll be the 10th annual diversity walk, and that's something huge for our community. And I believe that the diversity walk has become an event for our community. I think a lot of people look forward to it. And it's important for people to come out just to celebrate our community, get to know your neighbors. I believe that everybody should have something to walk for when it comes to diversity, equity, and inclusion. And we just look forward to seeing new faces, seeing new businesses coming out. And so I believe that it has turned into a community event that the community looks forward to each year.
Great. So why is it important to be intentional about building a diverse community?
I believe that everybody should be treated with respect. Everybody should be treated fairly. Everybody should be treated knowing that they have value. And I believe sometimes we get so caught up in what's going on in the world that we don't do enough to celebrate and recognize that everybody is different. And being different is okay. And so, I believe with a diverse community means that we get to learn from one another, and that is something that we should look forward to each and every year.
Awesome. how can businesses prioritize diversity in their organizations?
How can businesses prioritize diversity in their organization? It's just to be intentional, right? I believe that it starts with the president, CEO, and the leadership team of every business. But if you are intentional about making your employees and your patients or consumers feel like they are respected and have value, then I believe that you will gain a different perspective of how you treat people. And plus, it really got to align with your mission and vision also of your corporation. But you have to be really intentional about making that a priority.
All right, so how do people sign up to participate in this year's event?
You can go online to diversitywalk.org. Just sign up and go ask you some questions. You can sign up a team that way. If you're part of a business and or organization, you can list that. You can stop by Hamilton Center and we can sign you up. There should be some flyers within the community, but just go to diversitywalk.org and you'll be able to sign up for this year's walk.
And what does this event cost? What does it cost to participate?
It's free for the community. I mean, there will be DJ, there will be music, there will be things for kids to do, there will be a slight program at the beginning, there will be water, there will be a food truck, and so we just ask that everybody come out and celebrate diversity with us.
All right. Do you want him to do the date and time, or,
Julie will put a full
Okay.
screen up.
Okay. That's all I got for you, unless you have anything else.
I do now.